So we have with us the mayor of Uvalde, Texas, Don McLaughlin, and John Sewell, a rancher on the outskirts of the city of Uvalde. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you for having us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
So, Mayor, I'd like to start with you. You've been in the area your entire life, and this is the third administration that you've seen as mayor. So can you describe for us what you're seeing in Uvalde, particularly anything that's changed since the beginning of this year, I guess?
Well, I mean, since the beginning of this year, it's turned into the wild, wild west. I mean, as I said earlier, I don't know any better way to describe it. I mean, we've seen an influx of illegal immigrants into our community and our surrounding area like nothing we've ever seen. And we've dealt with immigration in South Texas all our lives. But this is a whole different group that's coming through, a whole different mindset. They're more aggressive. They feel you owe them something. It's just, I mean, the last 6 months, last month alone, 21,000 caught in the Del Rio sector, 5,000 caught in Uvalde area. You know, that's just our little community, and it's a daily ongoing process. I mean, it's either getting off a train or coming through town in a high-speed chase. It's just been nonstop.
And
just keeps getting worse.
How close are you to the border?
We're probably 60. The closest one is probably Piegas Negras, which is 65 miles, 66 miles. Del Rio 70.
So the people that you're seeing in town, are these people who are crossing and not being caught, or people who are let go, or who are they actually?
No, we're seeing the ones that are crossing, that are sneaking across. I mean, most of the ones that are coming into our area that are caught, you know, they're paying the cartel to get them across the border because some of them probably have prior criminal records or have been deported before, and they're not allowed back in the United States, but they're coming again. And we're seeing more and more of this. I mean, they're coming across a lot of adult military age males. You know, everybody talks about the unaccompanied minors. That's not our problem. Our problem is the unaccompanied adult males that are coming through, and they just wreak havoc when they come through.
Okay, so John, you're seeing a lot of these people on your property, and the mayor just spoke about wreaking havoc. What are you seeing?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm 25 miles west, closer to the border than town. So I see lots of people on foot. I see lots of people dropped off here, you know, that are being smuggled, basically coming down Highway 90 or east on Highway 90, and then they would be stopping short of the checkpoint and walking around the checkpoint or being guided around the checkpoint. You know, I was reading some numbers today, you know, talking the numbers that Don was just saying. We're up 675% from the same time last year. Out of the 180,000 apprehensions, 111,000 went back, but that's a very misnomer. It's not the truth. They're going back to the border, but they're getting caught again and again and again. The same guys. They're not walking back 1,500 or 1,000 or 500 miles where they came from. They're not going to turn around and walk back. They're going to take a chance on getting into the United States again because there's no penalty for the crime. Why would you want to turn around and walk back 1,000 miles where you came from?
Right. So what are they doing on your property? What's the problem for you?
You know, fencing, of course, is our biggest problem. Climbing over fencing, cutting fencing. You know, the integrity of your whole fence is gone when you cut a hole out of the middle big enough for a person to walk through. You know, and fence is $25,000 a mile now. So all of that stuff is just taxing on us all. Not to mention what Don's having to deal with in a city. You know, I think I saw some videos yesterday that I probably sent that shows all the ambulances, DPS, the Border Patrol. Who's paying for all this? I suppose we are.
Are you seeing costs for emergency services, policing, all of that going up, Mayor?
Oh yeah, I mean I mean you take the county's budget; they've already blown through their year budget already. The police department too. I mean it's just putting the strain. Every time that we have these cars come through town, we have to pull every officer we've got off of whatever they're doing, block intersections, or we're in the pursuit, or when they bail out by a school and we've had to lock down the schools and we're chasing people all through town. It's depleting our budgets. And then, you know, like John said on before, when these guys come over and they want medical assistance or whatever, that's what's really frustrating, because our citizens get pushed to the back and these people get seen before our own citizens. If we're in the hospital, emergency room, and the Border Patrol brings somebody in, or an ambulance brings somebody in, 3 or 4 of them in for heat exhaustion, whatever, it doesn't matter if we have 50 people in the emergency room waiting to be seen. Guess what? They just got put to the back of the line. And that's not right.
Be sure to watch the entire episode, now available exclusively at EpochTV.com, a new completely censorship-free premium subscription platform brought to you by the Epoch Times. See you there.